Hello, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer here with Jakey. Jake. Orange Tabby. But he's about 14 years old. An older man. Alright, here we are with Gavtia, continuing the Limsa Lominsa line of quests in our full playthrough of Final Fantasy XV Story. He wants me to scratch his head. He loves having his ears scratched. Over the rails. We have to speak with Lahia out the airport. Speak with Square at Cliff Perch. And Weir Crit at the Sky Lift. Do Sky High first, that's one that's cute. Now that I got some gear and more gil, you can travel to the summer. Carbuncle, okay. Oh. Jakey decided to head out. I got cat fur on my face. A lot of times I have the map up so I can see where the heck I'm going. But we kind of know what we want. And assuming at some point that I learn how to edit video and do transitions and all that good stuff, I will cut out the boring parts where we're running all over BFE. It's kind of nice to see what's out here. And we're coming up on our quest here. Oh, it won't let me jump down there. Sometimes you can jump down places so you don't have to, like, run so far, right? Baderon sent you out here, did he? Then consider yourself welcome at the Sky Lift. Look at that bloody cliff, will you? And one blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though. Well, this mess of wood and pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them at least. If the gods are kind, and they ain't, I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. Alright, well, we don't need the... We'll just do the bronze pieces. Leveled up. Mostly because I know this character is probably the one that I'm going to not use once I get through the Ulda and Gridania quest chains, because the Gridania one is on the server I want to be on, which is Geneva, and have it in the free company that I'm in on that server. Okay, Weir Kit A skylift operator needs you to recover a cargo load abandoned by a terrified wagon driver and deliver it to its intended recipient. Glad I am to see you again, lad. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity that sprang out from a million corn seedling in his cargo. Popcorn, baby? Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over the side before turning tail and running for his life. I needed to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Lio over at Swift Perch in western Lanosia. Whatever he pays you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside that plant, and you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find an etherite in Swift Perch, so the journey should be worth your while. Oh, okay. If I'm keeping all the proceeds, why do I even have to go get this thing? I don't know. I mean, I just leave it for somebody else to go grab, right? Oh, look, they're crabby today. We have a wild jackal. I believe I want to take that one out before. Okay. Whoa, that was better. A shore slug. Well, we'll just go up on this way, because we're fairly close, so it won't take us long to get there. Let's eat our eggs. Has Nemea herself forsaken this desolate land, though I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of million corn? I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Oh, here we go. Is that my million corn seedling? Oh, joyous day! It may seem a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you have undoubtedly noticed, Swift Perch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean of corn. Could be corny? I know, it's bad. It's bad. I love puns, though. You, sir, seem fit to burst with vim and vigor. Might I persuade you to abide a while and help nurture this ailing settlement? Now, we could pick up the quest, but we're not going to. Let's see. I'm going to talk to Freyloaf. Freyloaf. Freyloaf, yellow jacket on guard duty in Swift Perch. wants you to visit the Brewer's Beacon and investigate the reason behind the waning light. Okay, well, I gotta go out that way anyway. You there, adventurer, cast your eyes towards the Brewer's Beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? I don't know. Cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ship sailing on the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty-bound to remain at my post. I'd consider it a favor if you could make a visit to the Brewer's Beacon and see if aught has befallen Can Swiss, the lighthouse keeper. My goal is to get through the stories here. Let's see, what are we at here? We're at a level 11. I'm going to check the MSQ. So consolegameswiki.com has a list of main scenario quests, which is great. Because it'll give you information on where to pick it up, who gives the quest out, who you turn the quest into. It'll sometimes give you some details. It will give you spoilers. Okay. This is, if you want a description of a particular quest, you're going to get spoilers. So we're up to 11-ish. So we got about 13 quests left. Might get it done today, might not. All right. I am giving these vultures, buzzards, whatever, buzzards or vultures, a wide berth so that I don't aggro a zillion of them. We might end up aggroing that one, I'm not sure. You say a yellow jacket sent you here. Me? Eh, me light's grown dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has. The bomb that fuels me furnace is up and buggered off, you see. If I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there'll be trouble on the water. I know you're just the messenger lad, but I can tell a venturer when I see one. I'm going to need you to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw, what you ripped from its smoldering corpse. Take this here iron brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock, somewhere near the scarecrow, I say. You get a nice fire going, and that frisky bomb will soon be about. Watch you don't singe your eyebrows, lad. Okay. It's right in the middle of the fate also. I don't know if I'm going to get sucked into that one next. Nope, that's a level sync one, so I can ignore it because I'm not level synced. So they won't aggro on me, hopefully. Destination. Okay, so we're going to use the iron brazier. All you need to do is take down that runaway bomb and bring me back one of its claws. Okay, we did. There's bomb claw. Ah, you got the ash bastard, did you? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. I had myself a bit of a look while you were gone, and Limlian cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. Small wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. Patched things up as best I could, but I ain't no Smitty. You might want to have a chat with that yellow jacket friend of yours in Swiftbirch and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Alright, we're gonna go back to Swiftbirch, and because I don't want to like run past these crabs or these vultures and aggro the little buggers. I'm gonna quick travel. Let's talk to Freydoof. Furnace is damaged, is it? Very well, I shall write up the relevant reports. These repairs must needs be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself straight away to the Armorers Guild in Limsa Lominsa and explain the situation to Forge Master Hinanza. Okay. Now, you know what? We're going to go to Aleport, because we got to do that quest anyway. I didn't think about that, or I would have gone the rest of the way to Aleport first, but, you know, these things you learn over time. Maybe when you're doing your quest, you'll keep that in mind, and it'll make your trip through the early quests a little bit more quick for you. Staying away from the buzzards, because they're hostile and not neutral. That one only had like 25 seconds left, or I might have considered doing it. I am going to go in and get this Chocobo Keep and Etherite before I talk to Bahia, okay? We're all now attuned. And let's see what level they got up to. Oh, they got some level 20 stuff here. Okay. Although I've got mine already. We're halfway through level 19. We're just blowing through this stuff, which is okay. Okay. Here's our buddies that we're supposed to fight with. Let us be about our task, Gav. Pray inform the steersman at the pier that we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you are to execute stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget, your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. Okay. So you can see, Orwin has a blue quest for us. I call them blue quests because they're blue. Got blue on there. A lot of people call them blue quest also. That's the leave meat stuff. We'll leave that be for other times. And I'm looking at my map. I gotta go run over to the other end of the docks here. Okay. Steersman. You're with the folks from Melvin's Gate? Ah, hells, I knew there'd be trouble. Well, then I'm certainly glad to see you can handle yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down here at the end of this ramp. I'll have no part of what comes next, though. Okay. We're gonna go down here, I guess. Oh, yep, there's our destination. Level sync is in effect. If you're above the max allowed level, will be synced as followed. Level 19. Well, we're right at that. So we should be okay. Should be, being the operative. Sometimes we're not. Deftly handled, Gav. Once again, I am reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, we'll be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Erstora, if you would take the rudder, the Morning Star awaits. I try not to talk through cutscenes, but sometimes, you know. Since their welcoming party at the pier failed to deter us, I expect, with a probability of 85%, that our arrival will incite further belligerent. Try more like 100. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows, but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ stratagem hardhead. Okay. The aim of our opponents is to buy time so the suspect goods may be tossed in the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We will bull our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It is a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes possible. Shall we begin? Yes, yes, we shall. Like, they can't see her coming from a mile away on the open ocean. But, you know. Who knows, maybe they're sleeping off a night of grog. I am Forseer Clahia by the authority of Melvin's Gate. Melvan's Gate. I request that you surrender your goods for assessment. Well, now your timing couldn't be worse, lass. The old door's all rusted up, you see. Bloody thing won't open. You'll have to come back another day. After we's fixed the hinges. I will see that cargo now. Any vessel entering a port of Limsa Lominsa is bound by law to submit to a routine inspection. The law is it. Lads, I reckon it's time our guests add themselves a little accident. Pitch him over the side. I think not. Navigator. We want to get out of that. A masterful display, Gav. Now we can finally gain access to their cargo. Oof. Uh-oh. What have we here, then? It's one of the bitch admiral's lapdogs scampering about me ship. You're just like your mistress, always sticking your nose in where it ain't invited. Got his foot on her grimoire. No, it can't be. Recognize me, pretty face, did you? But you were caught, exiled. Your Stoda says, Forseer, are you hurt? Can you stand? Leah, stay back. You stay away from me. Your Stoda, Forseer, please, calm down. What are your orders? Redbeard here. I've had enough of your whimpering, and I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from them. Reckon it's time you got a different kind of lesson. Leah passes out. Guy's friend, Clehia, Napaka, preserve us. She's fainted. We must withdraw. Erstoda, Gav, quickly, back to the boat. We'll carry the Forseer. Aye, that's right, Redbeard says. You slink on back to your mistress, you worthless curs. Ha 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 ha. Hey, Erstoda has something. Oh, we'll take care of Clehia. You best return to the Arcanist Guild. Report to Mistress Thubergang. Okay. I'm gonna go back to Limsa for both. Let's see what the mistress has to say. It's good to see you well, Gav. Geisfriend sent word ahead of your travails, an unfortunate turn of events. Considering the infamous Blackheart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate Dos Mega? He was exiled from Limsa Lominsa some years ago, but it appeared he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders, and once more he dares to lay a hand on Forseer Clehia. The poor lass must have been terrified. If I had known Dos Mega was aboard that ship, I never would have assigned her that duty. The assessor may require some time to recover. For Clehia, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there is little we can do to salve the hurt to her mind. You are concerned, angry mayhap? Harness that energy and channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again before long. Alright, I got all this level 15 stuff already, so I'm going to take the bronze pieces. Alright, I can now conveniently turn, level 20 right in front of her. Alright. Acting Guildmaster Thubergeim appears unusually distressed. Greetings, Gav. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts troubled. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Clehia does not. The Forseer has been missing since this morning. There have been other times where she has disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, that is not the case this day. Were the Guildmaster here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanima are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I may wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Clehia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. Oop, let's not miss the door there. Since we're right by Hawker's Alley anyway. Dodo's on. Seek a Makota agent of Melvan's Gate? Why, yes, I have seen her, spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets? Apprehended? The assessor was drilling me for details about a Quikern smuggling ring based in Aleport, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Janaid of the Coral Tower. While we're here, let's mend our gear. No idea where the Coral Tower is. Oh. By the Marauders Guild. Okay. Where is Forge Master? Okay. We'll take the aft castle. I want to talk to him. Normally I might pick up some of the crafting guild stuff. You know, that crafting's not essential in this game. Certainly not essential at lower levels. You're going to out-level everything anyway so quickly that it's just cheaper to buy it at the vendor or get it as drops from quests. But if you're into crafting and gathering, pick them up right away. So never hurts to get started on that kind of thing. The furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. Beauregard's beard. This is the cute swear. I just sent someone out to tinker with it not a week past. Mayhap the bomb Canswiss had trapped there is a touch too volatile. I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse to pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Your work here is done, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. Need either of those. Forgemaster Nanza, head of Naldik and Vimelis, wants you to assist with the workload over at the Moraby dry docks. What say you to taking on some work from Naldik and Vimelis? We have a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Otberm, the head shipwright of the Moraby dry docks. We forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at docks found in the south of Lower Lanosia. Okay, that's also where you'll find the main offices of Naldik and Vimelis. The Moraby Dry Docks is one of Limsa Lominsa's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to this area's etherite. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd be best served making use of one of the chocobo porters, first floor of the mizzenmast, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate, follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. Let's go back to the Aft Castle. Ether Shard. We're going to go up to the Marauders Guild. Marcia Clahia, yeah, we brought her here for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dosmaga. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Foreseer was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dosmaga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled for Limsa Lominsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious and continues to evade our troops. Thus we hope to borrow the knowledge of Foreseer Clahia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves, instead, providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Foreseer Clahia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Okay. Let's go back to the Arcanist Guild. Oop. Not F Castle. Arcanist Guild. Back already? You were led to believe she had returned here? I'm afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dos Maga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Dos Maga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor had stepped aboard the pirate merchant's ship, spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among these prisoners was a young Makote destined for some black market auction block. Though Clahia was initially too terrified to even speak, Guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the self-same tome that she has carried her entire career. Of course, did you not mention that Clahia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumors that a Quaiquern merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salting-crusted catch in Aleport. It is entirely possible that the Forcia's most prized possession was caught up in the Quaiquern's salvage net. I've no doubt now that Clahia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Gav. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. Alright, well, we're going to go to Moraby Dry Docks, which we do not have yet attuned. Seeing if I could take a ship somewhere. I'm going to see if our chocobo is available or not. I don't know. We'll find out. Not yet. I thought you had to be 15, but... Alright. Maybe we'll be able to ride to the Moraby Dry Docks instead of having to run all the way there. One could hope. I don't think we'll be able to. You never know. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Dismounting porters. Once mounted, a chocobo icon will appear in your status effects bar. You can end your ride at any time, but selecting dismount from the pet hop bar. Be aware, however, that once you have dismounted, the chocobo or falcon will continue on to his destination, leaving you behind. This is cute music. Oshan's Embrace. Not sure why it's called that, but why not? The nice thing is you bypass all of these creatures that might aggro on you. Make sure we unlock that. We could talk to him about the leaves of Morby, but we don't need to, because... Alright, let's attune to this etherite. Unlock him. And we're going to come on down here, as you can see where the ship is being built here. You have a missive for me from Forge Master Nanza. I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over on Moon Pass. Let's see it then. Blast and botheration. Another delay. I'm well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? Gav, is it? Well, Gav, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day. Starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is a symbol of Limsa Lominsa's rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there's no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned, this is no place here. There is no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. We're gonna take those. Where in the Seven Hills is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named Birlsmid, recently left Candlekeep K to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Limsa Lominsa, but has yet to return. I sent several missives to Haldebroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep K in my stead and inform Haldebroda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Well, that's not very nice, is it? I think you can get your Chocobo around level 15 or 20-ish. But you have to be at a certain point in the MSQ also. And I'm just not there yet. So, we are stuck running around. And, gonna give these jackals a wide berth. Oh, that's where I gotta go. Okay. Oh. Does that self-righteous dog Brim doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth? Yes, he does. Turtleback Island? You cannot do that, Kenny. I swear on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator rest her soul. I know naught of this Viral's Mid, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the cave had enough trouble these past few suns. What with the sinking of that Lominsa cargo ship off the Salt Strand, I haven't the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders in off the grip. Alright, Halbroda has a suggestion for the kind of adventurer who came bearing Foreman Otbeerum's message. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to go get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows, you may just run across this Viral's Mid everyone seems so eager to find. Here's to hoping the Navigator hasn't found him first. Well, let's go check this out. Why, there's Viral's Mid. I am Fearsman. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts. I thought he might be, but you must know I cannot show me face at the dry docks until I've righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Cay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs, so I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yalms, and 'twasn't long afore the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into the Lominsa galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the Salt Strand. I made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with quikern, and I ain't a one with a sword. And now you see why it is I can't return to the dry docks. Well, let's go fix that. We're just gonna take them on one by one. Oh, there we go. Birelsman says, that night I was tossed into the sea like some dollar rags, and it weren't long before the world round me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore. And here I has been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. The missing parts, I don't know how to repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop by the quay so that I might pay me respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Ott Berm that I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. There we go. Go back to Ott Berm. I'm relieved to hear that both Firelsmid and the supplies are unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that, which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here adjacent to the dry docks were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the sort of trouble the ships encountered off Candlekeep Cay was of a less natural sort, the sort which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Well, that's ominous. Do you angry pirates dream? Okay, Victory Foreman Ott Berm is considering recommending you for an important job involving dry dock security. Gav, while I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Naldik and Vimelis. I still do not like you. Not sure why. I guess, I'm a cute Mikote, for heaven's sake. But that does not mean I do not trust you. Imthoda, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believes that pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I have recommended you for the task. Oh, thank you. Despite all Limsa Lominsa endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handfuls of coin, just the thought of it sickens me. All right. Oh, there he is. Ah, yes, I had a feeling you would be the one Ott Berm sent. Since you first arrived at the Morby dry docks, I had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on all those new to the area. It's simply protocol. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That, and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you, which I admit is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Very well then. I assume Ott Berm informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates who we believe are conspiring to raid the dry docks were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men, posing as a lost adventurer, and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Kanango, stationed at the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp. Anango. Gav! Haha, I knew it. No more sardines for Anango. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Otburn would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you'll eventually come to a barren cape with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemea the Spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there were aware of that, though. Alright, so... gotta go out this way. Let me, eat my food. Loyal scrag. What do they say? Bugger off, you unbloodied whelp. You reek of an old maid's teats. And it's making me wine taste more sour than it already is. What do we have here? A little lost lamb come looking for his mummy. We's a nice fire going. Why not come sit your tender arse down by old One Tooth? I'll keep you all warm and toasty like. Disreputable pirate. I'm giving you to the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your adventure and arse back down to whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. You see, I's had it up to me ears with your type roaming the hills like they was yours to roam. It's getting to be that a man can enjoy a mug of rum without some shite-breathed outlander running up asking which is the way to the local leave meet. 7 hells if I know. I'm a bloody pirate, goddamn it. Thal's balls. Reminds me that I think apparently Koji Fox wanted Yoshi P to rename Nald Thal into Nald Thal so that he could have this swear word of Thal's balls. Anyway, once we have me boy back, I'm putting this god's forsaken pisshole of an island so far behind me, ain't no one remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags, we've knives to sharpen. Alright. We are returning to the dry docks. So the trespasser are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. But what is this talk of getting me boy back? Could it be that their target never was the Victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you, Gav, for your help, Gav. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Thoda, captain of the watch at the Morabee Dry Docks, wishes your aid in dealing with potential intruders. I'm concerned, Gav. It appears that the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry docks, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That symbol is the That ship is a symbol of everything Limsa Lominsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Gav, are just the man to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Urswurst at the front gate or Kanango at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. Kanango's closer. That's my decision. Makes my decision easier. Hail, adventurer. Glad to have another hand aboard to help shore up our security. The gods know our reports would sit on Gimthoda's desk gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Alright, now I gotta find the shifty-eyed sailor. You can notice on the map, you got a little arrow pointing up. That means he's higher in elevation than where you're at currently. Gotta be careful that we don't run into a critter I really don't want to run into. There's our shifty-eyed sailor. Ah, spotted me, did you? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. Uh-oh. Ah, I can't jump down from there. I forgot I could equip this. Okay. And what do we always do? Reassign our gear. Mama Cat Gamer does not want to be undergeared. Alright. Level sync is in effect. Okay, victory in peril. Let's do it. I have no idea what the solar duty is going to require. So you found me one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were right. I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for aid. But what could those knaves be planning? What's to happen is already happening? Captain, oh, trouble at the shipyard. Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pants. Pirates, out of nowhere. Struck me good. Gods below, we were not prepared for this. I don't know why not. We've only been looking for the pirates. It's a game. We should just really relax. The pirates, soldier, how many do they number? Not sure. More than I could quickly count. Seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives? Then there's no time to lose. Gav, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage those intruders. I will see to this man's wounds, then follow after. Make haste, now! I don't... Could have asked me to fix the wounds, but... Okay. Uh-oh. These little snakes, they blocked it off. Didn't take my shortcut through there. Aha, that's why. We are going to take all of these guys out. Oh, there's the big baddie. He's got a name a mile long. Otsapfrin... Otsapfin the Absorbed. Okay. Never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan worked like a charm. Da, what are you doing, you great bloody fool? Shut your trap, boy. This'll all be over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood into splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? Aye, and that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me treacherous backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright, and building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under Limland's wide green ocean made you take up with these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no bloody sense, Otberm says. Da, don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over. Ah, I wondered why Otberm never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. Otsapfin says, this ship's a symbol, all right, of everything that went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces. Gimthona, Gav, pray beat the tar out of this bloated sea slug and make sure no harm comes to the Victory. And I fiercely pull out my book. Ah, this is madness. Pirate don't abandon his treasures. Ooh. Mulja mercenary. Okay. All right. Leveled up. Otsapfin, I must be getting older, letting some green adventure get the best of me. Atburm says, duh. That's one big bloody ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? Speak with Atburm. Thanks, Gav. I shudder to think what may have become of the Victory without your intervention. The pirates sure have made a mess of things. I'd best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down? Pray convey my thanks and my apologies to Gimthoda. Let's go find her over here. How fare you, Gav? Cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa Lominsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry docks safe. Atburm apologizes? Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, this incident was hardest on him. But in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past his anguish is to see the Victory completed and in the water. Ah, by the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Raynor's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered a most unusual objects. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask of you another favor. I wonder what that's going to be. Men of the Blue Tattoos. Gimthoda wishes to entrust you with an important task. Gav, in light of your role in recent events, there are few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since last we spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of Otsapfin, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the Victory. This missive was penned in the most unusual script we believe to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa Lominsa deems worthy of enciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I am told the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Baderon and his convenient connections. Yeah, that's what we call them. Thus, I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench into his hand and no other. Do you understand? Yes, I do. We're going to go back to Limsa. Let's go see our buddy Baderon. Ahoy there, Gav. I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Atburm laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sod was still reeling at his old man's part in the business, but at least you kept the Victory from being sunk afore she sailed. And for that, I owe you me thanks. You really made a name for yourself here in Limsa, lad. Folk know that when they need something doing, you need something doing. And what might that be? Arcane Epistle. You want someone to read a message written funny letters for you? And Gimthoda thought I might know a man as could? Well, let's see it then. Aye. I reckon I know a canny bugger that can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Baderon. You know, you're like one of me regulars now, Gav. You've never let me down yet, and Navigator helped me. I reckon I can trust you. Gimthoda was right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing here, and no mistake. Get ready for action, and I'll explain. Good to have you aboard, lad. Now, then, where to start? Baderon has a task for a trusted adventurer. Back when I was younger and nastier, I earned me living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the orders you prized from the cold dead hands of his mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them Sahagin letters, lad. And I should know, I've gutted more fishback messengers than I can count. It gets worse, though. The plan to blow up the Victory is still in here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of hell in western Lenosia, then it, the Aelstrom's new flagship in the confusion. The point being, the attack on the Victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates, 'twas a key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this aright, the attack itself came much too early. I'll wager they panicked when they saw ya was on to them and rushed in to do the job, and buggered it up. Them tattoo-faced bastards, as they say, was paying Otberm's old man. They're with the Serpent Reavers, right? But none of their crew was there, was they? Did they have something better to do, or what? You see those twins walking around in the back like that. The ones that came in with you into Limsa to begin with. 7 L's. I've got it all backwards. That mess at the Victory, that was meant to be the bloody distraction. The fishbacks ain't interested in the Maelstroms, baby. They're after men. Just like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about raising L in western Lenosia, that's where it'll be. Summit tells me Swiftperch is about to get it hard. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Raynor at the Coral Tower and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him a hand, will you? You can be damn sure he'll need one. And I believe we will end that here for tonight. And have a great night, cats and kittens. Get out and get some fresh air, get some sun. And have a great night.